Hello everyone, I'm your DJ, spinning your music, your herald, calling out to you, your rapper, spitting your fire, your interviewer, getting all the facts. I am the Groovy to your Tuesdays, I am the Bomb Diggity, your host. And today, we're joined with a very special guest. Guest, why don't you introduce yourself?
That's a really nice intro, man. Hi, I'm Dopefish, of YouTube fame, mostly.
Yeah, so we have Dopefish, our biggest guest yet. You were actually pretty big in the YouTube community.
I was at one point, I suppose. I'm sort of washed up at this point, but yeah, videos are still out there and, occasionally upload stuff.
I mean, you still have, from what I'm looking at right now, 90k subscribers just on YouTube alone.
Yeah, it's true.
And you say you're washed up. Did you used to have more in your past?
I mean, no, it's just that the channel isn't really that active anymore, and I guess engagement is low in general. Like, those subscribers are from like years and years ago, so I guess not many of them end up watching what I upload.
I think most people, if they don't know your name, they at least know one thing you've worked on. I think you'll know what I'm speaking about.
Would that be the ladder goat video?
Yes. That was very viral, I believe, at the time. I remember seeing it when it came out when I was younger.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely the biggest video of mine, and I guess it did go quite viral, especially for the time. Like, view counts were lower back then, so...
Yeah, I looked at your channel. I think that was your highest viewed video that you have currently.
Yeah, it definitely is, yeah.
Yeah, and I know for a long time I didn't know who you were. I just knew about your video. It was before I thought of subscribers and people about they made content. And then a couple months back, I was like thinking about it because I've seen a lot of references to your Ladder Goat video and a lot of meme videos and a lot of content creators that I've watched that like to meme a lot. And I was like, man, who does he still make content? And I looked and there you were. You still made content and you were a lot bigger than I thought you were.
Yeah, I'm still around, I guess. Yeah, there's a lot of like edits and stuff using the laugh in the video, and it's always fun to to spot it in the wild. Happens more frequently than you'd think, even these days.
Yeah, a lot of people that your laugh is very it spreads very fast. I've seen people hear your laugh and then they just go nuts with their own laughter.
Yeah, for sure. There was a minor trend of reacting to Ladder Goat videos. People just try not to laugh challenge, that sort of stuff. Quite fun.
Actually, yeah, when I looked up Ladder Goat, that was a lot of the recommendations were trying not to laugh, and then it was like a thumbnail of Ladder Goat.
Yeah.
So your channel is called DopeLives, but you go by Dopefish?
Nope, it's called DopeLives.
DopeLives.
And I go by Dopefish. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the most common thing, though. It's obviously it's spelled the same. It's the short form of Dopefish Lives.
Okay.
And the community that we have, like a little gaming streaming community, is DopeLives.com.
Yeah, I noticed you had your own website, and that's where most of your streamers, most of your viewers on your streaming platform show up.
Yeah, for sure. We're like a small, tight-knit community, and we stream on our own service. Stems from back in the day. We started streaming well before Twitch was a thing, and there weren't any good alternatives. We used livestream.com, which oh god, the memories. But yeah, we switched to Twitch for a while when it came out, but then they fucked with their encoding and just made it impossible to stream the way we did because they had at least 30 seconds delay. Yeah. And we were really active with chat and sitting around waiting for replies just didn't work. So we set up our own little streaming server.
Yeah, I thought that was actually interesting because back when I invited you, I knew mainly nothing about you because I thought you were such an interesting person that I didn't want to get to know you because I want to interview you.
What sense does that make, dude?
I wanted to make it very raw how I met you because
yeah, sure.
I only messaged 3 people, all of them being bigger than who I am. Mainly because I want to I I've always wanted to know big streamers and big content creators ever since I was younger, and a lot of people do too. They want to ask them the questions, the questions they just want to know about them personally and content wise. And so when I started up my series, Groovy Tuesdays, I started realizing I could start talking to people, bringing them in, and then I started emailing people after I kind of was exhausting through my friends. I messaged you. Let's see. I messaged Mumbo Jumbo from the Minecraft series, where he's really popular for his redstone, and a VR person that I like to watch. I chose people that weren't exactly famous, but were to the point where they know the world and they understand it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Because if you message someone like, example, Markiplier, someone like that
there's no way you can even get a hold of him. Basically,
yes,
like,
exactly.
He's gonna ignore you. Like anybody who has a PR staff, like good fucking luck.
Yeah. So I was like, who can I get in touch with that I could interview? And I've been trying to catch up on some of your content to kind of get a gauge for who you are. I've showed up to a couple of your streams and watched and enjoyed them, and watched a couple of your latest videos. And I gotta say, it's very interesting. I like the way you make your content. And would you like to explain to our audience what kind of content you currently are making?
Well, like 98% of the videos on the channel are just highlights from streams. So we do live streaming and occasionally edit those videos down into like highlights, yeah, or just like clips, I guess. Like the entire Largoat video is just one long, uninterrupted, unedited clip from a stream from way back then.
It seems you have some reacting videos, like you react to videos.
Yeah, that's true. But those were also live streamed. Like pretty much everything I make just comes from the live stream itself.
Okay. And do you upload like VODs or anything anywhere, like raw?
Yeah, I like the streaming service we have saves the VODs.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat. I'll definitely be linking that down below.
Yeah, it doesn't archive forever though. It keeps it for like 2 years, and then
oh wow, that's actually a long time.
We can like select to save for longer, but yeah. So there unfortunately aren't like full VODs of like a lot of the content from way back when, especially since we weren't even on this streaming platform then. And yeah, a lot of it's gone missing, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think Twitch is about 2 months, maybe less, maybe more, like not by much. So by 2 years, that's very impressive, actually.
Yeah, but then you figure we are like 10 streamers, I guess, on our site in the community that share the platform. So the volume is so much lower.
And who takes care of this website?
People in the community. I don't need to name them, even though I'm terribly grateful for them. I haven't spoken to them about this, so I don't want to like name drop them here. But yeah,
okay.
It's it's maintained by some of the more techie people from the community.
Okay, and would you be comfortable with sharing at least your first name?
You can call me Kyle.
Kyle? Okay.
Yeah.
So, where did your name come from? Where did Dopefish and DopeLives, where'd they come from?
Still DopeLives, eh? Dopefish is a character from a game called Commander Keen. Like an old school PC video game. And it appeared as like a cameo Easter egg in a lot of games from like the 90s and 2000s when I grew up. Often with the text "Dopefish lives."
Okay.
And I had a different handle before, but then I made this one when I decided to start streaming, I guess. And yeah, it's stuck.
And how long have you been?
It's a little bit. Sorry. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate because there are like at least one other semi-famous streamer that goes by the Dopefish, who is also from Sweden. So we get
wow.
confused for each other a fair bit.
Have you ever met them?
No,
No.
I've never even spoken to them. I just like know them from reputation.
Just get together one day and make a little aquarium of Dopefish.
Yeah.
Share the same fishbowl. So, you said you're from Sweden.
That's right.
I don't. I figured the answer to this is gonna be no, but I'm gonna ask anyway, just for our viewers. You ever met PewDiePie?
I did a Let's Play with him.
Really?
Yep, Portal 2.
Oh, how long ago was that?
Well, back in the day. We had about the same number of subscribers back then. I should give you an idea, like 40,000 or something around there.
Okay, so back pretty early on in the day.
Yeah, well early.
Wow, that's
like
interesting.
before he got big, before he started doing Happy Wheels or Amnesia and those things that like really made him blow up.
That's really crazy that you've met. That
yeah.
You did something with him before Amnesia.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I still like him. Like I don't regularly watch his content, but I like him. He's nice.
He's respectable. I've always held the concept that I don't watch him myself either, and I don't subscribe to him, but I respect what he does because he is a really hard worker, obviously made by how big he is.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so Kyle, how long have you been doing this? Been streaming and doing YouTube and all that such?
Since 2009, dude.
2009. That's a long time ago.
That is a long time ago. Holy shit. Like half my life, I guess.
Yeah, that's crazy. And how old are you?
I'm 30 now.
30 now?
Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy.
Boomer by internet standards. Yeah, I mean, we were... It's a bit self-aggrandizing, I guess, to say it like this, but we were almost like pioneers of streaming. A lot of the channels that have made it big, like... I don't even know what I'm trying to say here.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Like, who are some people you think you've met that are now still pretty...
Like Vine sauce, right? I don't actually know what's the structure of that is these days, but they were coming up at the same time as us, which was pretty cool.
That is interesting. Yeah, because you, that was pretty back in the early days. That's actually really incredible.
Yeah.
That's weird that you were one of those pioneers of streaming. That does that ever get to you? Like that make you feel weird that you were so early on and you're still around?
I think it's nice. You know, like when I started streaming, the standard was no mic. You would just stream gameplay and then type in the chat, like to respond to viewers.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of fucking wild, to be honest. Like that was how it worked. Yeah.
Yeah. Now the
and
idea
obviously, I've never like done facecam, which is, I guess, an integral part to streaming now. All the big streamers on Twitch have facecam.
Yeah.
Like you can't be faceless, and if you want to be faceless, you do a VTuber thing, right?
Yeah.
Like a virtual facecam. But just back in the day, we didn't do it. Nobody did, and that was just how it worked. Like it was.
That was the original way.
Yeah, exactly, and it just kept doing it that way. It's comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the same way. I have because I looked at people like yourself, who's never shown their face, and like H2O Delirious, he hasn't shown his face. But you guys have a symbol. You have your Dopefish. He had his character with the hockey mask, and I chose my bomb, and it's both for privacy for me and for others, and for the fact that I want to be about my content and not about me as a person.
Yeah, for sure. Like That's the approach I've taken as well. Like, the YouTube channel has never been about my personal stuff. It's always been about, it's not a vlog. It's not about sharing my life story.
Yeah.
It's about, entertaining gameplay, hopefully, like commentary stuff.
Yeah, it's about creating the community and basing it around an ideal, not around you.
Yeah, for sure.
So how often would you say you're constantly making content or doing something content related in your day-to-day?
Man. These days, unfortunately, not nearly as often as I'd like to. I've ended up in a career that is quite demanding, and I'm like exhausted after work. When I started, like, I was not working, I wasn't in school, so I had all the free time in the world, just every day, 5-6 hours. And these days I'm lucky if I can get 5 free hours a week.
Interesting. Yeah, that's it feels weird. Like, I remember being a gamer back in high school and spending.
And being an actual grown-up sucks, dude.
Oh yeah, it does. I'm almost to your age. I'm almost there. I'm 25 now. And
it's all taxes and aching backs.
Yeah, I just did my taxes and I went there and I was highly unhappy the entire time, just sitting there.
Yeah.
Just like, man, I could be in high school right now, not thinking about taxes, without a job.
Man, I could be playing World of Warcraft, the original, having fun with my friends. Not giving two shits about nothing. Hell yeah.
I often find myself looking back at good old days, like back when one of my first experience with like Xbox Live, because that's where I really stepped into a full-time gamer, playing World at War, making my first friends, starting a clan because I was the squeaker, having all my friends join my clan.
Oh, man. Yeah, I have had that too for sure, though not on Xbox, but yeah. The good old days, really.
Yeah, I often miss them before all these platforms had like strict TOS and YouTubers were free to do what they wanted and streamers could do what they wanted, and it was happy days.
The culture was so different back then. It's crazy.
It was so carefree.
I'm kind of lucky that I'm not bigger than I am at this point, because I'd be so fucking cancelled.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I look at content creators and I see how strictly they're choked now, and it's like, that's not what you want to see. You don't want to see them like suppressed because all the platforms have a chokehold on all the content.
Yeah, for sure. That's also part of the reason why our own streaming service is so nice.
Now, you are decently big. I hope you don't mind me asking you this, but do you make any profit off of what you do?
Yep. Google AdSense in it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah. I don't make too much anymore, but there was a time where it really supplemented my income when I wasn't working and it was just on, the government dole. It was the majority of my income back then.
Wow, that's interesting. I won't ask you how much you make, just because it's a little too much, but that is interesting. I was very curious, because you are big enough that you could make money.
Yeah, for sure. At one point in time, I was partnered with Machinima.
Really?
They had a really good CPM for a while, and I made like $12,000 or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is why I didn't want to know much about you, because that was very surprising to me, and I love being surprised by shit like that. Because if I knew about that, I would have written up some questions, and it would have been a very scripted event. But the fact that you just mentioned that was actually really interesting. Cause I know of like a lot of content creators who were with Machinima, like Aaron Hansen from the Game Grumps. He was with Machinima, and like a lot of different content creators have been with Machinima at some point or another back in the day.
I mean, back in the day, you couldn't get like ad revenue from YouTube unless you were part of a multi-channel network. And Machinima was pretty much the only serious network for gamers or gaming content. which is why a lot of the channels that are old enough were with Machinima at one point or another. And the actual like per view revenue you made back then was so much higher than it is now, like easily 10 times higher per view.
Wow. Yeah, because you are nearing 100K right now, and I'm guessing you don't have because I don't know, but you haven't reached a play button yet, have you?
No.
But you're close. Because I think 100K is the first one. I think.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. At some point, I looked into that and could request it, but there was some requirements that I wasn't fulfilling, but it wasn't subscriber count. But I don't know. Though I don't think the channel is growing really. As I said, it's sort of on ice, I guess.
Have you been stuck on this number for a while?
Yeah, more or less.
But you continue to make content, so you haven't like given up on your content.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, uploads are really infrequent now. The last time I uploaded was 2 months ago at this point. So,
are you currently working on anything right now?
No, it's almost always like spur of the moment things. Like you get a live stream that you think is fun, and then edit it down. It's spontaneous, I suppose, not pre-planned in that way.
I've noticed a lot of big content creators like Jexup's guy, Markiplier, a bunch of others are becoming a lot of the similar. Like they're becoming very sporadic. They've been around so long, like you yourself, and they've kind of taken a step back and they're just doing it at spur of the moment when they want. Some still stick to somewhat of a schedule, but others are really taking a step back and looking at like how much they've actually created over their time. Do you ever look back on that and just look at what you've created over time?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the YouTube archive or the YouTube channel, the video archive, whatever you want to call it, is sort of a testament to itself, I suppose. There's a lot of content there and hours of entertainment for lots of people, even though like it might not be for everybody. I know for a fact that a lot of people have had a lot of fun watching my stuff, which is always good. But the more important thing to me is the community we've built. Like made friends that have been friends for 10 plus years. People have even gotten married like from the community, which is really cool. That's
life-changing. You've changed a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's one of those things, in my dark moments, when everything feels kind of pointless or whatever, it's like, yes, but like the thing I've built has brought a lot of joy to people, which is awesome.
That is actually really awesome. That's I've heard about stuff like that, about content creators like seeing proposals because fans met through them. That is actually really amazing. Does it ever like really choke you up at times? Like you just get really sentimental about it?
Occasionally, sure. Though I'm not really that sentimental of a guy in general, but yeah, no, I mean sometimes you ponder the big questions, I guess, and it's like, yeah, okay, it's good. I think I've had a positive impact on the world, all things considered.
It seems you have. You've had people get married because of you. That's a very positive thing. Now, do you see yourself doing this for like the other half of your life? Because you said you've done this for about half your life. Could you see yourself doing this until like you're ready to actually retire, like into your old age?
I don't think there's any retirement because it's not a career for me, right? Like I don't do it professionally. Forever it's been just hobby. Not in it for the money, not in it for the view count or whatever, just doing it for fun. And then those things are bonuses on top. I still play games, I don't see myself ever stopping playing games. And I really enjoy streaming. I Yeah, I like the sound of my own voice, so
That's a plus because I have the exact opposite problem.
yeah. I used to, but then after hours and hours of editing my own stuff,
Oh yeah.
I just got so used to it. Now I really like it. It's such a narcissistic thing to say.
You used to go to bed
like,
to the sound of
no,
waves. Now you go to bed to the sound of yourself. Just pre-listen to your own voice, like, that's it. Now I can go to bed.
Yeah, for sure.
So calming.
It's like one of those affirmations, like, I am beautiful, I am strong.
The fact that it's your voice just makes it so much more surreal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
actually once
good.
I was really into like the idea of lucid dreaming. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yes, I'm very aware.
Right. I've never managed to do it, but there was like an app that supposedly could help you do it, and you were supposed to record your own voice saying like, I am dreaming, and it would like play randomly throughout the night. And it was really fucking spooky. I kept like being startled awake by it, like, what the fuck?
Like,
so no.
I'm there, I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
Just get surround sound.
Clone!
Man, that'd be fucked up if someone got some speakers, put them all around your house hidden, and just put different cues of your own voice to say shit to you as you walk through.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm over here. Dopefish is a fake. Whoa.
It's like the deepfake voice synthesis stuff. Like, you can probably do that quite easily these days.
Oh yeah, definitely. Man, that's actually really funny. I think I've had 2 lucid dreams in my entire life, and they were very surreal because I couldn't wake up from them either. I knew I was asleep, and like one of the times I was like looking down on my own body where I knew I was, and every movement I had, I saw it like in a blur. I didn't see myself perfectly. I saw my blur moving the way I knew, and I felt my hand moving on a carpet because I was on the floor asleep. I saw it happening. It was like, I was like, this is weird. And then like, I was in middle school too. I was asleep in a classroom on the floor. And I was just having this most surreal dream, and then I was like, I need to wake up. I'm in class right now. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, I need to wake up, and I couldn't wake myself up, so I just like started moving my legs, and I could see my body spinning in a circle because I'm trying to run. And I felt myself getting rug burn on my arm, and I was so pissed off that I couldn't wake up. It sucked.
Oh man.
I eventually got woken up though by a teacher.
Right. Oh man. Oh, that's fucking funny though.
Oh yeah, it was. I enjoy the story now. I love the idea that happened to me, and that's something I've done.
I just imagine you like fucking Homer Simpson, and like spinning around in a circle.
It honestly looks like a lot like those cartoons where like a dog runs in sleep, and on the ground he's just on his side running in a circle. And that's how it looked to me in my dream. That's how what I was doing. I was like, man, I look like an idiot. Because like I didn't have any control much over my body. Like to move my arm was the biggest fucking fight of my life. And it's like I couldn't like stand up, but I could run in a circle. Fucking sucked. I couldn't even walk around.
That is fucking funny, honestly.
Yeah, I've only had 2, and that was one of them. I can't remember the other one as clearly, but I love that one. That one was good.
Yeah.
So what do you believe brought you to your current success? Like your just luck, consistency, the way you carry yourself, the way you make people laugh. Like, what do you think really brought you to where you are today as a content creator?
My indomitable charisma, of course.
Yes. So charismatic that you're listening to your own voice and you're like, yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Oh man. I mean, I guess I am funny? Question mark. People seem to think so. And yeah, it's just humor mostly that's brought me to this point. Obviously, quite a lot of luck with the Ladder Goat video going viral. Though I did what I could to encourage that. To the point where I was like spamming it in different forums and stuff. Actually,
Yeah, I saw you made the Netflix or whatever adaptation video, which was pretty high in popularity, where it was a real ladder goat going up the ladder with your old laugh. I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, man, that must have really been like, I need to milk this right now because this ain't gonna last.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that video must have been like where you really got your uptick, where you really got your fan bases going.
Yeah, absolutely.
How big were you right before that video, if you remember?
I didn't have any views or subscribers at all. Like,
oh, you were kind of pretty fresh out still.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of videos on the channel before that, but
yeah, I noticed it was early on, but I figured it was like a couple people, because I know usually people start off and like a couple of their friends are watching and their friends' friends.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the entire channel just was started as like a VOD archive, I guess. Like, okay, let's put some stuff up on here, see what happens.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the Ladder Goat video was like after, during a 24-hour marathon I did at the time. Very late in. I was extremely tired. I mean, obviously, the event that happens in the video with the ladder, like the goat walking up the ladder, isn't that funny. But I was so sleep deprived, and you can't tell from the video, but I was also like reading and interacting with the chat at the time, and they were like making jokes about it and like spurring me on.
Yeah, before I got in contact with you, I actually watched it a couple times. I've been telling my best friend about you. I was like, man, the Ladder Goat guy still doing stuff, and like he's like, oh, cool, and like he kind of brushed over it, and then I kept bringing it up to him. I was like, no, he's still like doing stuff, and he's like. Like he's making good content still, and like I was watching 1 or 2 of your videos. I was like, wow, he's like still. And then like days passed, and I was like, I couldn't get it out of my head. I was like, dude, this guy's still fucking doing stuff. He made Ladder Goat forever ago, and he's still doing. I kept bringing it up to him, and he just got like annoyed at me. He's like, wait, he's like, where you going with this? I was like, I don't know. I was like, this is just very interesting to me. And I brought it up to very few people. I didn't want people to know who I was going to be interviewing.
Damn.
I kept it to my inner circle. I kept it to my inner circle. And yeah, it was like he knew who I messaged, and he's like, wow, that's very lucky. I was like, honestly, I feel very lucky to been messaged back. Actually, one of the questions I had for you was, do you often reply to messages like that, like emails, like if a fan messages you, is that a common thing you'll do? If someone message you, message them back and like accept a request as outlandish as mine?
Yeah, for sure. Always happy to. I mean, even though it feels weird to say it, but like, super appreciate fans. Like anybody who's interested, it's always really good fun. Most often these days, I guess it's through Twitter, which is a lot less effort to reply to stuff. But yeah, I'm always happy to receive, even if it's just like, hey, I really like your stuff. It's like, oh, cool, awesome.
Yeah, I know when I message people, I tried to be as formal as I could because I wanted to show them that I may be a small channel, but I understand that people are still people no matter their size, and that I have a mutual respect for them because we do the same thing, maybe for not as long, but that I can be related to, that I understand that they're bigger and that they might not reply to me, but even if so, I respect that they even read the message, which I think you're the only person who read the message out of the 3 people. But that's 100% fine. I figured.
Like obviously, like the main rule when contacting somebody, like, don't waste your time. Get to the point. Don't beat around the bush. Don't be a dick. Yeah. And they're usually more than happy to talk to you. Yeah, I try to, because I like to conduct myself in a very positive manner. I like to accumulate positivity from every channel I've ever watched. The biggest thing that they focused on was community.
So now that I know who I am as a person myself, I know what I want to build as a community. Because when I first
Yeah.
started out, I was trying to, if I would have contacted you, it would have been mainly to milk you for content and to get views and subscribers. Now it's because I want to get to know you as a person and find out who you are and talk to you and make a mutual friend and like a person that I can work with, quote unquote, as like almost like a coworker of gaming and content creation. Because I really feel branching out has become such a dying off thing in content.
Man, like getting anywhere these days is so fucking rough. Like you mentioned before, like how did like my success or whatever, how did it happen? And it was just such a different landscape back then.
Yeah.
It is so hard now, especially because YouTube like actively discourages new channels.
Yeah, especially
with the algorithm.
Yeah, especially people who curse like you and me, and people like that. If they do it specifically for children, they can't be monetized now.
Yeah,
it's so different.
It's really crazy. You have to be so lucky to like break through these days.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you could have like a decent following. You know, it wasn't that difficult if you had decent content and were consistent.
Yeah, because back then it was just the OGs.
Yeah, for sure. But there are so many people now just struggling to get 1,000 views. It's just
Yeah, I mean, I'm currently sitting at 22 subscribers. 2 of them are brand new. They're people I met playing a game called Ready or Not, and then I found out they were streaming that night, made friends with them, made friends with one of their streamers, and boom, one of them asked me if I could edit for them, and I was like, hell yeah. And now I help them as a brand new, help them edit, and I think that's amazing because I'm helping someone else with the same thing I'm struggling with to grow, develop in such a different time of content creation, because now everybody can do it. Back then it was people were shy and timid about the idea, and the people who did persevere and make that landscape, who tilled the land like you and the others, like now the rest of us are here and it's so much harder to grow. But me myself, I don't want that big success like Markiplier. Like I just want a community, doesn't matter the size, and my friends are the same mindset.
Yeah, I think that's the best. Just have fun with it, man. Like trying to turn it into a career is likely not gonna happen.
That's just,
no matter how hard you try, it's just
you'll be faced with like disappointment at every turn if you don't get that one goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so much work as well. You have to cross promote everywhere. Like you have to, do TikTok and Instagram and Twitter and all sorts. And
I cannot stand TikTok.
Spend,
I'll never
fucking 14 hours a day working to get anywhere, and it's just not feasible.
Yeah. Something we're gonna roll back a small bit to ask you a question. Because you mentioned something about your fan bases. Now, this is such a hair split of a question. A lot of people will be like one fence or the other. No one will be on the middle. Do you subscribe to the idea that content creators cannot have a relationship with their fan base? Not like date their fans, but like they cannot have a personal relationship. Like you're just the guy who makes their content. You're not their friend. You're not the guy they can depend on. Like, do you subscribe that they're not your friends, that they're just the consumers that are watching like TV? Or do you think that no, they are your friends? Like, what is your view on that?
I definitely think that both is true. There are definitely people who develop like really parasocial relationships with content creators who believe they are their friends, but in reality they're just one of a million people that watch them. But I mean, I have friends that I've met in real life and that like are really close friends with that started out as fans of mine. I guess they're still fans of mine. And it's like you can become part of a community if I guess it also depends on the size of the content creator. Like, you're never gonna become friends with like XQC or Pokemon or anybody like that.
Yeah, that's someone who's massive.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen. But a medium or smaller size channel, sure. Especially if they have actual community, Discord and stuff. You can play games with them and all sorts. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's such a hard question. Even like the idea that people that watch you, like, they have a fondness for you. They watch you all the time.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, most people who have watched my YouTube videos are not my friends. I don't know them. They don't know me. I mean, we have nothing personal other than the fact that I'm providing them with entertainment. And I guess they they enjoy my stuff. And that's the relationship with most fans.
Yeah.
But then there are the exceptions, the ones who actually become part of the community, the ones that stick around. And you end up developing a friendship with them. I don't think you are friends with your fans, but you can become friends with your fans, if that makes sense.
Yeah. My best friend currently, he was technically one of my first fans. He was one of my reoccurring fans. I used to do content with one of his friends, and he did me a favor, talked about me to his friends, and he was a little bit bigger than I was at the time. And this was before I deleted all my content because I realized what I was making was not something I'm proud of. So I deleted it all so I could start fresh. And he started commenting on some of my stuff that I was doing, and I invited him to play Dungeon Defenders 2, and we hit it off immediately. And me and the first guy, we're no longer friends. We've not talked in years, but me and this other guy, Freebiy, my best friend, we make content still together. We met like 6-7 years ago, and we're now best friends. We do a lot together. We hang out all the time, talk all the time, and it's amazing because he started out by commenting on my Stardew Valley videos, saying he loved watching me play it.
Yeah, I mean, that's great.
Yeah,
that's sort of similar to how things have gone for me, I suppose.
Yeah.
Although I feel like when live streaming, there's an easier way to make a more direct connection than like YouTube comments.
Because it's live and you can go back and forth with them.
You can bounce back and forth. Exactly. You can get a feel for the person. But yeah, like a lot of the people who have become my friends, we just hung out and played some games, and then stuff just happened. I guess I met my now ex-girlfriend. She was like a fan of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
How long were you two together?
3 years, and she moved to Sweden from the UK to live with me for about 3 years.
Wow. That's amazing, actually. And you guys broke up recently, or?
Nah, it was 2 years ago now, I think.
Was it mutual, or?
Let's not get into it.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, it just goes to show, you definitely can develop relationships with people who like your content, for sure.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have.
Then afterwards, afterwards it just depends on if they like you as a person as well. Because even if you're, even if you don't try to have a persona, I think everybody has a persona when they make stuff, like when they stream or make videos or whatever, and you're not on 24/7, right? So if you spend time with somebody in real life, it's not going to be the same person as the person you see in those videos necessarily.
Yeah, because there is an entertainment value.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of it in there. Like, there's a lot of your own personality in the videos, but it's maybe cranked up a little bit. And obviously, you only display the good parts or whatever, the highlights or the things you want to share.
Yeah, I know someone once described it as, I go from being me to like as a normal person at like a 5 to I crank it up to me as an like an 11. Like someone once said that in a quote, like because they had such a problem with the fact that their channel name and their real name felt so disconnected that they felt that they're just them, but like 11-12% instead of 5%.
Right.
Because you do have to make it interesting. Like no matter how much of you is in there, you have to add a little something more to be a content creator. Because it's not just make content, upload, and people will follow. It's you got to bring something a little different. Something.
There's
unique.
so many channels out there like that. You know, just people who just aren't entertaining.
Yeah. I mean, I don't claim to be entertaining. I will claim to be funny. I'm a little funny. But my humor is very situational.
Look at this man.
I will claim that I am funny. Not that I'm entertaining, but I'm funny.
Aren't those sort of synonyms almost?
Yeah, like I'm very situationally funny. I'm more funny when I talk to people like this, and I'm less funny when I'm alone. But I'm working on that.
Yeah,
I'm working on that.
For what it's worth, I'm enjoying talking to you. You're a good interviewer, at least.
Thank you. I try. I'm working on this. I've been trying to grind it to a nice fine edge where this is because this is my staple mark currently. Groovy Tuesday is my new staple mark that I love because I want to do something that's not gaming on my channel at least because I can't do anything real life. I was gonna do something like with my katanas or my paintball gun, but I was like, no, this is about video games. That's my real passion. I'm a full-time gamer and I have a job, and I like to joke I'm a part-time worker, a full-time gamer.
Holy shit, dude. Is that your Tinder profile?
You know what? That's gonna be my Tinder profile. I like long walks on virtual beaches.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I have a lot of ideas. I'm a very creative person. All my content creator friends, they always like find something that I say very interesting, or like something I say is very liberating. 'Cause I'm very good with my words when I'm in a certain mood, when I'm in a really happy mood, because I try to project this positive attitude, because I believe in the idea of aura, where someone is very happy, they'll make someone else happy, and if you're very sour and dapper, like, you'll really bring someone else down, because I've had that before where I've been really sad and I've seen the people around me get that sadness, and same vice versa.
Yeah.
I've been happy and I see it spread to others. So I like to try to be my happiest every day. So like at least I might change one person's day every day.
That's fucking cute, dude. That's really cute.
Thank you. Hey girl, hey.
I like that. I like
it's
that.
One of my favorite things.
That vibe for sure.
Yeah, I like that.
We spoke earlier, like a tiny bit about like how toxic gaming was back then and how fun it was.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like I can't stand it when people like get into fights, you know, playing League of Legends or Dota or CS or whatever, and stuff like fighting with our teammates and calling each other words. It's like, what's the fucking point, dude? It's just some fucking kid, probably from Russia. Like, just leave it alone, dude. Just mute it and get on with the game. Like, what's the point of arguing with him?
I think something I saw, which was a perfect example of that, was Pokemon's such a big thing right now, and I've never watched her. I just don't find her interesting. Like, not that I have anything against her, she just doesn't interest me as a person anymore. Like, I don't even watch big content creators anymore. I like small content creators now. It's my thing. But
damn,
like,
you fucking hipster.
I know, fucking, I feel like one at this point. But like, some guy got mad because she was hanging out with him, like, and like there was a video of them hanging out, and he's like, he was like shit posting her for a while, and he's like, and he was bringing on negativity. He's like, well, if that's all it takes to like hang out with her, I'm gonna start doing it too. And I was like, why the fuck would you bring her down like that if you want to be her friend? Like, because his whole idea was he wanted to hang out with her like he was. And he's like, well, I'll just start shit posting her if that makes her hang out with me. It's like, no, just treat everybody with respect and like love and mutuality. Treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, or just fucking ignore them.
Yeah, ignore them or leave it be.
You don't get along with, just don't spend time with them. Jesus Christ.
And if like you do want to spend time with them and they don't want to spend time with you, like, you're gonna have to move on. It's life. Like, I've met plenty of people who don't like me that I did like.
Ouch.
It's just
But
like
things of it. But yeah, I mean that it definitely is, and there's no way to please everybody.
no, there
You
isn't.
cannot make friends even with everybody.
A lot of people tell me that. A lot of people tell me that because I like to try to please everybody, and I know it's not possible, but I still try.
Yeah, and then like since we're talking about content creation, which by the way is a really fucked up term, I hate it.
So do I.
It's the lingo these days, isn't it? We're content creators.
I actually
We're not
said
YouTubers or
in
whatever,
one of my
but-
videos related to you. It was around the time when I actually got in contact with you. I started trying to draw up some cool ideas, and I said I don't like the term content creator because that means the content's coming before the creator. I want to start saying creator of content because that puts the creator before the content because that's where it should be because that's
Okay.
you can't have the content without the creator.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're doing there. It's cute. But yeah,
I'm a very
my,
cute
my
person,
point being,
thank
my point being that you can't please everybody. Like
Yeah.
if you make content, you can have a niche. There is no way to be truly universal.
Yeah,
and that's true for no matter what creative pursuit you're doing, right? Like music or art or YouTube videos or streaming or whatever.
yeah, it doesn't
Not
matter
everybody's
what.
gonna like you. There's gonna be people who dislike you, and there's gonna be people who strongly visually dislike you for no apparent reason, like haters. Those are real.
Yeah, I mean, it's as easy as having two sides of a room, one half of the room painted red, one half painted blue. Telling everybody, go on the side you would choose. And then, like let's say everybody came in pairs of twos with their best friend or something, and then they choose the opposite side, and they're like, what are you doing? Come over here. And they're like, no, it's my favorite color. And that even something as simple as that will split a room.
Yeah. for sure.
So even the idea of your complex human mind being projected onto the internet,
I mean,
that
just
is going to
fucking,
split people.
pineapple on pizza.
Yeah. It's attract the community of people like you. I make content that I used to watch when I was younger because that's what I was really into. I liked longer videos. I liked story-based games. So that's what I do. I make longer videos. I make story-based games because that's the community I was drawn to. And that's the kind of community I liked. So that's the kind of community I go for because create what you know, what you like.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't just make something you don't know.
There's definitely been times where I was tempted to I guess sell out or whatever. Like there's certainly certain types of videos of mine that have had a lot more attention and positive reception.
Yeah.
And the urge or the temptation is to just make that sort of content.
Yeah.
For me, like reaction videos, to like watching YouTube videos or whatever, and like character creation stuff. But it's never been about that for me, and I wouldn't want to like do it because it's popular, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's the sole reason behind it. You don't want that to be the sole reason.
Yeah, exactly. It's always been like really spontaneous, spur of the moment stuff when it has happened, and that's always been fun for me.
Yeah, that's genuine.
Yeah,
spur of the moment. That's always very genuine. Usually, it's because you have a want and you're like, I can do that right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, me and my friend Freebiy, we created this is the year of just fucking do it, because after COVID, like, we were just so drawn back, we were so pulled back and desensitized even more, where we were just kind of really living our worst lives, and I was like, dude, we can't do this for a third year. I was like, we just really need to put the idea that it doesn't fucking matter, we're just gonna do it. And now we do it. He makes more content than he's ever made. I use the ideas that I really want to use, and that's what we do. We're making the year good. We're not making the year choose for us. We're choosing for the year what this year's going to be.
Fuck yeah, grip life by the balls, dude.
Yeah, just
you know what they say, you only YOLO once.
Yeah. Someone used that analogy to me today when I told them they shouldn't smoke cigarettes, and I was like, fuck you.
That's kind of not how that.
Yeah, I was like, that's
okay.
not how that really works. Like, you only live once. I'm like, yeah, so you're gonna make it shorter?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I like to think of it in the opposite way. I like to make it longer.
Yeah. Live fast, die young, leave a beautiful corpse.
Yeah, just fucking. When I die, I want to be beautiful. Me, I'm gonna age with grace. My gunpowder's not gonna go out. This bomb will always be able to explode. It's not gonna be like those World War II grenades that don't blow up anymore. I'll blow up one day. I'll explode. I just like to make analogies to my character being a bomb.
Yeah, I get it.
I really hope that if I do ever become big enough that I could go to like a convention to like as a content creator, that because I always hear these funny jokes about being in the airport. I don't want to tell them my name in the airport. We're like, oh, what's your channel name? I'm like, I can't say it. Why can't you say it? You'll arrest me. You'll arrest me if I tell you my name.
I shouldn't have named my YouTube channel I Have a Bomb.
Shouldn't have named my channel Suicide Bomber. Really shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I want that problem, though. I want that problem so I can tell that kind of story one day.
Yeah.
So I got arrested in the airport the other day. Oh, yeah, why is that? I told them my name. See, creativity right there. I've been thinking about this joke forever, and I've never told it. One of my favorite jokes that I've created about my bomb.
It's not that good of a joke, but okay. I mean,
I'm proud of it.
It was fine, but the fact that you've like been workshopping this for years, that's crazy, dog.
I like to think about it all the time. I'll just be at work working, and I'll think about it. I'll put myself through
I'll
it.
get to tell my airport bomb joke.
I do. It's one of my it's one of my gems that I keep hidden away. That I'm just like one day.
Well, I am honored to have been the one to receive it.
Yeah, I think you're the only person I've told that to. It's my pride and joy, apparently.
Hell yeah, dude.
I have an interesting question, actually. I don't know how I came up with this. It's has your because I know it's changed for me, but between before you were a content creator and now being a content creator, do you have a change in what you like to watch, especially like on YouTube or other content creators? Like, has your preference changed to what you like to watch?
Man, I was a kid when I started, so I don't know.
Like, I figured.
I've never not been a content creator, so to say. Sorry, a creator of content as an adult.
Yeah.
So I don't know like what has changed. I mean, I can definitely you get an insight, sort of behind the scenes look, and can understand choices and decisions and so forth a lot better. You can analyze videos in a way where you can understand like the process behind them in a better way. But yeah, I mean, I can't draw that contrast because it's always been this for me.
Okay. I figured it might get that answer, but I figured I'd check just in case.
Yeah.
This is a question I've been asking a lot of people recently. Every interview, I ask this question. Do you have any brand loyalties, like to deodorants, to soups, to foods, like anything? Like there's just brands you really will just ride or die with, or that are just really your thing?
Yes and no. I kind of hate the idea of brand loyalty in general. I think tribalism is stupid as fuck. You shouldn't be loyal to it, but there are products that I use every day and have been for years and years.
Any of them that you're willing to admit to?
There's also this thing that's been like an in-joke for forever during my streams, where I don't mention the brands and like use a generic term instead. Like intentionally. You know how public radio in like the UK, they can't say like Lego bricks. They would say like interlocking plastic bricks. Because Lego is a trademark and they're not allowed to, use trademarks on government-sponsored radio.
Yeah,
I've sort of adopted that mentality to some extent. Not
funny.
Yeah, just as a joke, basically.
That's actually a really good running bit. That's actually really interesting.
Like, instead of saying the name of the drink I'm drinking, I just call it. I'm just pouring some refreshing beverage.
You're not eating Kraft macaroni and cheese. You're eating cheese and noodle. I'm eating noodle cheese, thank you.
I'm eating pasta and aged dairy.
I actually really like that. I respect that. One of my favorite things about, I think, being a creator of content is bits. I love the idea of bits, just making running jokes.
Yeah, for sure. That's like for content creators I watch. I love that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I love seeing that.
Where you get callbacks and like repeated jokes and stuff like that, and then you can take the bit and like twist it. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I recently was in someone's chat, small timer like me, and I was I think I created a bit for him by accident. He has a bot. It was called Nightbot, and me and some guys were getting really aggravated because it kept talking every couple messages. So we started bullying the Nightbot because it's just a bot, and then we spent like 3 hours. Every time it messaged, we would just start shitting on it and bullying on it and creating fake bots and saying that bot was so much better. And that's all we did for like almost 3 hours, and it was just so funny. We were amusing the hell out of the creator that we were watching. We were just in there to support him as a new guy, and we were like, it was funny because we just made that for him randomly, and it was like, that might just stick with him forever.
Yeah, for sure. You might have created a very memorable moment for him. That's awesome.
Yeah, because he was like, there wasn't even that many of us. There was like 15 people, but we were all very active speaking. And he was like, I've never had more than 4 people in my chat. And he was like, he was astonished, and it was really enjoyable just to be there for 3 hours and just contribute to this guy and just hang out and make those jokes.
For sure. Back to the brand point, though.
Yes.
I do have a bunch of brand loyalties, really. I mean, unintentionally, I suppose. But why would I ever name them if they're not sponsoring me?
You know what? You are 100% right. Start sponsoring him, and he will be your brand loyalty.
Yep.
Like, I know I accidentally have one to like, I'm not sure if you have this where you live, but like Cursed milk. Like, I usually will sometimes get like a cheaper like Walmart brand or something, but like, I know when I have the money, I'll go for like Cursed in the milk section. And like, there's this one that I'm very loyal to. There's this one thing I'm very loyal to. It's Squatch body wash. And
Squatch?
Yeah, it's Squatch. They make all natural soaps, and they're barred soaps. Usually I used to use chemicals like most other people, but I've been using Squatch for like 3 years, and now I can never go back to a chemical body wash because I smell chemicals now, and it's so weird. Like, I used it once because I ran out, and I order online. It's all 100% US made. They ship everywhere.
Man, is this an ad read? Dude. Yeah.
Honestly, dude, I will give them full... I hope they sponsor me one day.
Fucking hell, man.
I'll give them all a good publicity.
You're really going into like the PR spiel, like 100% natural, made in the US.
I do this.
Chill, dude.
I do this shit for people in their streams. If I know they're like streaming and they have YouTube, I'll write out like an ad read for their YouTube channel, like, and post it in their Twitch, and I'll just be their sponsor. And I'll just be like, yep, okay, my work here's done. But no, yeah, I use that, and I guess its biggest draw is they claim it does not take away from your sperm count, because that's what chemicals do. And that's kind of why I started, because I'm a young guy. So, but anyway, moving on from Squatch.
Moving on from sperm count reduction, yeah.
But they also have
Why-
a sister
why-
company that makes
Squatch-
really good
Squatch is
sunglasses.
the worst name ever, dude.
They have a Sasquatch that like lives in the woods, and it's all about being a man and stuff, like.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Which that's probably their only unsatisfying hook, is it's supposed to be just for men.
Well, gendered products in general are just weird.
Yeah, they have a sister company, I
It
think,
do be
run by the same
society we
guy.
live in it.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's the society we live in. Like, you can't
Yeah.
skip it. It's just how things are.
But I think they have a sister company. I think it's the same company where they make really good sunglasses, and it's like they're couple $100 sunglasses, but they're made of like titanium and shit. So I like what they do, because they really put in effort to their product, and I really like that. I like that when I buy this product, I know there's been work put into it. Not that it's just there's a conveyor belt out there, just and that everybody's like, yes, money, please.
Yeah. It
But-
wasn't made by child slaves in Thailand.
Yeah, I could be proud of what I'm buying.
Like an iPhone.
Oh yeah, all phones are made by child slaves, honestly.
Yeah, genuinely. Like, and the minerals are like mined by African, like, well, not only children, but yeah, more or less slaves and children. It's a crazy world we live in.
What is a mistake that you think larger content creators are starting to make, now that they're big and they're no longer small and trying new things?
Self-censoring.
Like cursing, or like...
Yeah, sure. I mean, I get cursing, that sort of stuff. Not everybody does it anyway, and it's not a necessity. People can, get away with not doing it. But more like the ideas they have, they're afraid to try out new things because they think it might be controversial or...
have backlash.
Yeah, exactly. Like, my fan base isn't gonna like this, so therefore I'm gonna play it safe, that sort of stuff. And I think that's... I think there's a real chance the channels get stagnant if they stop taking risks and start being too like conservative with the content they make.
Yeah, and themselves. Because I was gonna say I really hate that big content creators, they don't branch out to other content creators as much anymore. Like,
yeah, man,
they stick with their
like
group.
2015-ish, I guess, 14, 15-ish, was like crazy in terms of like the YouTube community. Everybody did collabs and like crossovers and stuff. Like, everybody. It was how you grew back then, I guess. Yeah.
And I think that art has died so much that I'm very unhappy. Like, I wanted to be a collab guy on my channel. It's not worked out because it's hard to make new content. Creators of content. I fucked up my own thing. Creators of content that see that same way, that making content together is the way to move forward. It's all everybody for themselves, and I have to do this on my own.
Absolutely. I mean, as soon as monetization comes into it, it just becomes weird. Having to like split it and it just isn't the same anymore. So back when I did the thing with PewDiePie, we just cut the video that we did up into parts, uploaded every other part on each other's channels. So, like part 1 on my channel, part 2 on his, and so forth. Yeah,
I think he's stuck to that too. He's done that with a few other creators, I believe. And what is, in the opposite aspect, what do you think is the biggest mistake small YouTubers like myself and others make when we start our channels?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, big question.
Yeah,
that's a hard one.
There's so many mistakes you can make, like on a technical level and so forth, but I think it's really like even more important to experiment early on, to find your groove. Like, to don't just take the first best thing and keep doing that.
Yeah.
So like for you, I don't know, like I don't know your content, but like these interviews seem like a good way to branch out from other stuff. And I mean, try different things until you find something that
Really
you're
sticks
good
with you.
at and really works. Yeah.
Yeah. I tell a lot of people roughly the same thing. I'm like, just don't do what you think is going to be popular. Do what you think
Yeah, absolutely.
is going to be fun for you.
And don't get into it with any sort of grand ideas of, oh, when I become famous.
Yeah, no delusions of grandeur.
Yeah, it's like 99% not gonna happen. Do something you find fun and enjoyable. Don't like don't try to make a career out of it.
Like, I'm 100% fine if I never make money off my channel. The only thing I really want is a community that I can be proud of. Like, even if it's like 100 people, that's 100 people that I have to talk to and to create content for on a constant basis.
Yeah.
Like, that's all I want. That's all I need. And that's mainly what the kind of people I create around me to believe. Like, I tell them, like, listen, it doesn't matter what you do. It's just about the people who follow you, like, because you are leading a community right now. You need to buckle down and say, listen, I need to find out what kind of people I want in this community and what I'm going to lead them towards to be better people, to be, like, supporting me just to make money. No, you don't want that. You want them just to support you and for them to support each other as, like, a community, to be one big positive people.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah. That's all it should be about, is just the positivity and creating a community. Because everybody needs somewhere where they feel like they belong. So eventually you will find the people that belong to you and you belong to, and you will create a community.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was something you hear a lot in your community? So what are some things you feel are reoccurring that you might hear, like positive or even negative things that you feel you hear all the time?
I don't really understand the question.
Let's see. Let's think of an example. Here, okay, I got one, because I did go through some of your comments through some of your more recent videos to see if there's any reoccurring themes, and one I saw was everybody's always talking about your laughter. Like, that's kind of like your soul, almost, like that's your thing, your laugh, like the way you laugh, it spreads them, and that's like the biggest thing about you that I've seen is, like, man, every time you laugh, I just fucking lose it. Like, what is something like that you feel like people are always coming into your chats and talking about?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's a big one. Obviously, there's still a lot of people, like, who only know me through Ladgergoat, and, like, if they end up finding me or like seeing my name somewhere, it's like, oh wait, are you the Ladgergoat guy? Like, yes. And also a very common one is like, holy shit, you're still alive? Like, you're still doing stuff?
Yeah, just like I was
when I was 12.
Yeah, the idea that I had too. I was like, oh my god, this guy is still around.
Yeah. It's fucking wild, dude. There are people, like, who watch like Laddergoat now that weren't born when that video came out.
That
is comment
crazy.
On it. It is just, time passes, dude. It's fucked.
You're gonna be fucked when those people that got married have kids, and those kids are old enough to make YouTube comments and start commenting on Laddergoat, and it's like, I made your parents come together, and now you're commenting on Laddergoat, saying my laugh is funny.
Yeah.
That would be crazy. Do you collab a lot? I think I've seen one or more of your videos. I think I've heard you speaking to another person, but do you do a lot of collabs, or do you do a lot of solo stuff in your creation?
Yes, I guess is the answer to both of those. We often have, like, community nights where we play, like, Jackbox or games like that.
That's cool.
So like a lot of people, and yeah, we've done like co-op games and stuff from in the community and stuff. I haven't like collabed with another YouTuber outside of the community for a very long time.
Really?
Seeing as the channel isn't like especially active, it's not, you know, I don't make dedicated content for it in any way.
I would think most people would say
I'd be
yes
up
to
for it, but it just hasn't, you know, hasn't been a thing for a long time now.
Honestly, I would have thought like almost anybody you message that's like of not like a PewDiePie size, like if you message them and with A, your size, and B, you're kind of well known this, they would have been like, oh yeah, let's collab. Like I would have felt like doors open for you, like not 100% easily, but with enough effort would be possible.
Oh, sure. I mean, I could probably pull that off, but I don't really have the interest. Like, as I said, I don't really have time to, you know, work on making stuff anymore. And like the time I have, I tend to just chill, like play games that I like to play, and like it's kind of effort to set up a thing, you know, and then following through with it. If it's not a project you can just finish in a single sitting, you know, you have to schedule it and all sorts. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm definitely down to do it. It's just finding the time.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, personally, I'll have the bills to the point where I have to work 5 days a week. I work about 3 to 4 overnights, and because I work an overnight job, I get a little bit of extra pay. And I take about 3 days off, same 3 days every week, so I can focus on content, because this is my passion, because I'm passionate about video games and I'm passionate about creating a community. So I know at this point in my life where I don't have those kind of bills, I'm trying to really push that ideal where I know I might one day have that kind of problem. So I'm pushing my shit now when I have the time and have the freedom like you did back before, like you are currently where you are. So yeah, I understand that. Sure. I know that's coming one day for me. Maybe when I'm in 5 years, when I'm your age, I'll be facing the same fucking problem. And some kid that's really small is gonna message me and be like, "Hey, can I interview you?" And I'll be like, "Man, I work a lot."
I mean, it wasn't the easiest thing to schedule even this interview, and this is like super chill and casual.
Yeah, I mean, we were gonna do it yesterday, but I think we had a small scheduling error.
Yeah.
Which was fine.
Honestly, I was just super tired. Like,
I figured you might
half ghosted you, I feel like. Sorry about that, but yeah, I'm glad we could get together today.
Yeah, me too. I'm very happy with this, because I really feel that I want, because I know that some content creators have made a name for like meeting the big people and talking to them, and I don't really want that reputation. I want the reputation of I've met these people and I've talked to them in a very casual setting, and I've gotten to know them to a point and like help them be more open, and like their community really see that these are people. You should think about them outside of the idea of content sometimes. Be like, this is a person. I need to understand that his content may not be frequent because of real life problems. Like, you face such a normal problem about needing time in your day that maybe your people don't understand. Like the people that follow you don't understand that they feel the same problem, and like it can really make them connect with you more as a person and as a creator. I think that's just so important.
That makes sense.
Big question again. What is some advice you often hear given to smaller content creators that you would really disagree with? Like something that you often hear getting people telling advice to small content creators that you really just feel is wrong. It's not good advice. Like some people say that
I don't know if it's a common advice, but like look at what the big channels are doing and copy that. I think that's bad advice, because I think you have to find your own niche.
And
to have any chance of getting out of the label of a small creator, I guess.
and
You can't just try to emulate the really big established channels, especially the ones that have like really good production value, you know, where they do
oh yeah,
but they have like professional editors and producers and all sorts. Like,
yeah,
you look at these big YouTube channels, they're not just some guy anymore
they're
or some
production of
girl.
people.
It's a team. Yeah, for sure. And you just won't be able to emulate that. Or you will, but you'll make one video every 6 months, you know, like it's not going to be
The same kind of thing.
yeah, it's not feasible, really.
Yeah, and if you go off, like, do what those big guys are doing, guess what? They're doing it 10 times better than anybody. So, like, everybody's going for them for that thing. If you start making that thing, yeah, you'll get a little bit of traction, but everybody's going to that one guy for that one thing because he's got such a production value that it's such high stakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your process? Well, actually, no, you kind of said that. I was just about to say, what's your process for making content? But you said it's very spur of the moment.
Yeah, just live stream, and then if it's funny, I well, in the past, edit it myself, or these days get someone to edit it for me.
What is a struggle you feel as a larger content creator or creator of content that non-content creators don't face? Like, let's say you have a brother who doesn't make content, same age, everything, and what are some pressures on you that you feel he will never feel in his normal, like, non-creator life?
Well, I have 98,000 people to let down, right?
Yep. That's the big one.
Like,
That's
you
definitely the
have
biggest one.
expectations on you. Like, even if you just stop, you just disappear, there's gonna be a lot of people disappointed.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people looking to you.
Yeah, exactly. There's, I guess, a pressure to perform and to keep a level of quality as well, which can be difficult to achieve sometimes. And like, I feel a bit bad at the fact that the channel is so idle right now. Like, because I know a lot of people like the content. So I always think like, oh, I really should do something.
Try to
I
reinvigorate
always have
the
that in the
spark.
back of my mind, like, let's put something out. But yeah, it just, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But yeah, that I think that's a pressure or a challenge that is kind of unique to being a decently sized content creator.
Yeah, and I mean, you really have to choose how you present yourself because a lot of people are watching you, so you got to make sure, like, you don't lose that on stream, like, and you say something that you don't actually mean or never say. Like, you got to, in a way, censor yourself sometimes from losing it, from just being a human even sometimes and reacting to something in a raw emotional state. Like,
Like on a bridge. That's a PewDiePie reference.
yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
No, I mean that's true for sure.
Yeah.
Thankfully, though, since like the way I make content,
You're never on a bridge. You never crossed the bridge yet. You're lucky.
Yeah, no, but it's like streamed to a rather small audience that doesn't give two shits about that kind of stuff, and then have the chance to, if necessary, sanitize it for YouTube.
Yeah.
But the content's still pretty wild sometimes.
I mean, as for the thing that you said earlier about you feel bad that you're not like kind of still growing because you feel like your community's still there. Like, I feel you shouldn't feel bad about that because you already have them there. Like, yeah, there's still people out there that would really enjoy your content, but they'll come to you eventually if they're really desperate for to belong somewhere and they need you specifically, like, as their connoisseur of content Like, yeah, no, I just pulled that word out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's a
But
nice word.
oh yeah, I'm very well said sometimes, and I love it because I pull words out of fucking nowhere. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel that your growth should be a problem for you or even anyone really, because you have the people. So as long as they are there, that should be like you have their love, their admiration, and that. So even if you never grow from today on, I think you have a great community.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I never set
Yeah.
out to become big. That was never the goal. So it's just cool that
Sure.
people watch our stuff. You know.
I'll be in here if you need me. Yep, sorry about that. I was responding to something.
But mom, I'm interviewing video gamers.
Mom, I'm talking to Dopefish, the ladder goat guy. Can you believe it? Mom, get the camera. What would you say you personally stand for? Like you and your community stand for? Like, what is your stance as the creator? Like, where do you lead your people? You don't have a stance?
Nah,
Okay.
have fun.
That's
We're
fair.
not a political discussion group. We don't.
You're not a movement.
Yeah, exactly. We're friends hanging out.
I like that. This is a very loaded question in a way. Is your channel a place for religion and politics, or is it strictly one of those channels that abolishes the idea of ever talking about it?
Nah, I'll talk about it if I feel like it. Though it's not the primary focus in any sort of way. It's come up a few times, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like it's part of that sort of censoring yourself kind of thing. Nah, I can be open with my opinions and be straightforward if I feel the need. That's fine.
Yeah, I think in one video I said that I have no. I do not currently believe in a religion. I would like the idea to, but I'm too scientific in my brain to think of it. I would like to think that there's a God, but I currently don't. But I told in my video that I'm never going to talk about it because it's not something that interests me, and I just have no reason to talk about it. That in politics, because I don't care about politics. Because as much as people would disagree with this, politics does not affect me in any way. A lot of people would disagree with that, say, "Oh no, it really affects you," and I'm like, "Really? For me, it doesn't."
Okay, I mean that's just ignorant, but sure, let's not make a deal out of it.
I mean, yeah, it's really just depends on the person.
I totally get it. The idea of like choosing not to get involved in politics, it's like nice and easy, I guess. But I feel like the justification, no, it doesn't affect me, is complete bullshit, because obviously it affects you, dude.
It obviously does, but for someone of me, I obviously could make a change if I went hard enough into it, but that would take a lot of time and effort. And I have things I'm much more passionate about that I feel that it needs my time.
Yeah, that's a much better reason. I mean, apathy is fine, but ignorance seems a bit silly.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Like, because I know politics can really suck a person in, because then there's immediately half the world hates you, and then you have to justify yourself, and I'm 100% comfortable with who I am and what I believe in, that they won't bother me, and I'm okay with what I stand for and who I support, that I don't need that bullshit, that I can support them in the way I want to, and I don't have to listen to the other sides of what I don't believe in, because those are things I don't believe in. I support who I support, and I do it from a very, like, something that comes from my heart as a human. I like to justify people as humans instead of people. Because yes, everybody's people, but I like to say human to really get into people's heads that everybody's just human.
That's a bit discriminatory towards all the lizard people, but sure.
Or the fish, the dope fishes of the world.
Yeah.
The two.
You goddamn speciesist.
I am speciesist. Or when the aliens come, I'm gonna be fucking in court for that. They're gonna be taking me to court. I'm gonna have to justify this.
They're gonna bring out the fucking lightsaber guillotine for you.
I'll have a lightsaber duel to the death. You were sentenced hereby by lightsaber duel. Like, really? That's really a thing? Decapitated right there. I don't even get to see the lightsaber battle. Like, I don't get to get one little cling in. Like, no struggle against the lightsabers where you're pushing back against them.
And you're dead.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't get no like cool battle. It's just like, oh my god, they're real. I'm dead. And then everybody will know if a lightsaber does cauterize the wound or not. Because that was a big thing when they started doing that in Star Wars, when cauterizing became a thing.
Yeah.
Which is Star Wars really good. I haven't watched all the animated series, but I would like to. Are you working on anything in the future? Things you, like you said earlier, how people need to keep trying new things. Is there anything new you might be working on or even trying to think about for the future that you might want to start bringing to your channel?
Nope.
Simple question, simple answer.
Yeah, simple question, simple answer. No. Don't have any concrete plans at all.
I know one of mine because I would like to go into VR. Like, I know there's a lot of VR content out there and a lot of people who only do VR. I would like to dabble in it. I don't have VR right now, and I think it's amazing because as a full-time gamer, the idea is just amazing. I would like to one day like do some VR in my content. That is one of my bigger plans, is to evolve into a partially VR content creator. And
yeah, that's cool. I don't like VR personally because I get really motion sick. It's unfortunate, but like my brain isn't designed to handle the VR.
I get that. I'm stupid too. No, I'm joking. I feel like I'd have the same problem. When I was a kid, I used to throw up in the car a lot, so I think I might have the same problem. I think I had like the smallest sample of VR once. It was like one of those you attach a phone case to a thing and like mirrors or whatever.
Yeah.
So like that was the most base thing I ever did. And it was like just like a sitting simulator where you're just sitting and living through an experience that's preset, not doing things with your index controllers. So I definitely want to experience that to an extent. I think that would be interesting, but I think I might have the same problem as you. How do I word this? I'm not gonna word it. I'm just gonna move on from that because it hurts my brain.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Do you have any messages in your videos, like when you make content, do you make it with the message of uplifting people, just making them laugh? Like when you make the content, like, do you have any message that you hope people take out of it for that day?
No, not really. I mean, people are entertained. That's awesome. That's about it. As they say, it's not that deep.
Okay, last couple questions.
Obviously, there's sort of like a personal philosophy and stuff, but I don't think that really shines through in the videos as such. More than just my personality, you know.
That's fair.
It's never been my intention or motivation to try to send a message or anything. It's just, have a laugh.
Okay, we're down to our last couple questions. These are really all based around you mostly. Who are you behind the content?
I don't understand the question.
Like, when the cameras are off, when you're not there, like as a content creator, like who are you at the end of the day? Like who is you in like your normal day? Because some people just see themselves
Uh,
as an average worker, as because you are Dopefish, the guy who makes content, but behind that, like your day's normal, obviously. So, like, who do you see yourself as when you're not Dopefish? It's a really good, hard
uh,
question.
yeah, it's a really hard question. I mean, I don't have a good answer for it really.
That's fine. That's
I,
fine.
I guess somebody who knows me could answer that better. Um, I think there's a lot of my personality in Dopefish, as it were. I think we are not two separate people. It's not like I turn off and become somebody else.
Yeah.
It's more like we said earlier. When streaming, turn it up to 11, that sort of thing.
Yeah. But you're still like the chill guy off camera. Like you're very chill. You just kind of hang out and do roughly kind of the same things.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Yeah, I like to laugh. Even in my private life.
After stream, you just stop laughing.
No, I guess maybe there's like an intellectual aspect that not everybody knows about. It doesn't come through very well, but yeah, I like to learn stuff, I guess you could say.
That's very fair. That's very philosophical. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Such a weird question. You would hear that in a normal interview for like a job.
Ekkällans kyrkogård.
So you hope to kind of just be in the same place?
No, that means graveyard.
Oh, graveyard, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I don't know. 5 years is a long time. Who knows
It
what's
is.
gonna happen?
It really is.
But I don't have any, plans to change anything major in my life other than the fact that I'm gonna move to Stockholm probably.
Stockholm? Is that
yeah, the
in
capital of Sweden, the
Okay, yeah.
biggest city here. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'll just keep on trucking, dude.
What are your goals for either your content or yourself personally? Like, what is some goals you think you might be setting for yourself in the coming years to just better yourself? Like, not just your content, but just better yourself as a person. Because everybody has a goal, like, I want to lose weight this year. I want to stop eating chicken. I want to stop drinking soda. Like, what are some goals?
I mean, the sort of the pipe dream would be to become vegetarian.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
But you like meat too much?
Yeah, I'm too lazy, basically. I'm too comfortable eating meat, which is a damn shame because my moral aspect, or like my morality has evolved in such a way that I basically consider eating meat immoral at this point. So I'm being like a hypocrite by doing it.
Do you find that you're very like apathetic?
I mean, no, not necessarily, but sometimes it's the path of least resistance, that's the one you go through, rather than pushing for a big change. Like, change is scary and difficult, so
I understand that from a different point of view, though, because I am very apathetic, and I kind of want to stop eating like lobster and stuff because I work in a store that serves live lobster, and I saw a bunch of lobsters like all just piled on each other in rows, and I was like, that's just very inhumane. And then someone told me, like, yeah, when they get the rubber bands off, they consume each other in the tank. And then one day I saw just one claw floating, no body, just one claw. I was disgusted. I thought that was so inhumane. I wanted to call PETA and be like, listen, this shit needs to stop. My apathy just went into high gear, and I was like, I shouldn't eat this ever because I'm not helping.
Mm.
But where I live, seafood is like one of our biggest thing, and lobster is kind of like our thing. So like, nothing I can do about that. That's our biggest drive here. We sell to like
Yeah.
everywhere in the world basically because that's our thing.
You're from Maine?
Damn. Wow, I can't believe you fucking got that on the spot. I
I
cannot.
mean, that's. Is there anything else Maine is famous for other than Maine lobster?
I mean, guess not.
And I can't think of any other place that's famous for lobster in particular. Like you could say like I don't know, like Louisiana crayfish or something, but I don't know.
True.
Or like clam chowder. But
that's
yeah,
funny.
lobster is definitely Maine.
Yeah, I actually never looked into that's kind of a main thing. Yeah. Fuck it. I like to when people ask me it, I'm just not comfortable telling them where I live. I tell them I live in Boston because it's a train right away.
Huh.
Not that I care if people know where I live. It's just I don't know. I like the idea of just telling people, yeah, I live in Boston. It's cool. I've been twice. I went to the Boston Aquarium twice. That's it. Besides that, I've never left.
You went to Boston to look at their lobsters.
Yeah.
Man, these ain't nothing compared to our Maine lobsters.
I mean, ours are bigger, I guess. And more red.
Fucking hell, dude.
I mean, here we definitely don't have any cool Dopefish. It's a Sweden thing. You guys got 2 whole Dopefish there. I don't know anywhere else that produces Dopefish besides Sweden. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's you ever heard of the candy Swedish fish?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was inspired by us, Dopefishes.
really? That's interesting.
Yeah. No, not really.
I know, but I was gonna go with
so
it.
genuine, like.
No, I was just going with it.
Okay. Fair enough.
If anything, if you would have told me Sweden created it, I would have believed that.
I don't think so. I don't know why they're called Swedish fish. It's weird.
Yeah, if you would have told me they were made in Sweden, I would have been like, yeah, that sounds right. They're not Boston fish. They're not like Kansas fish. Yeah. They're Swedish fish. I already asked that question, so no. What video game made you fall in love with video games? Not the first game you played, but what game really made you sit down and like lose yourself?
Diablo.
Which one? 3, first one, second one?
3. Do you think I fell in love with video games like 2 years ago?
Is that how long it came out? I know nothing about that series.
I don't know, long ago, but nah, man, the first one.
Okay. I know nothing. I played the third one once with someone else, and that was about it.
The third one sucks dicks.
That was the only one I played.
The first one is really, really atmospheric. It was super scary when I was a wee lad. Yeah, it was so engrossing and so cool.
I think.
And I played it with my big brother in multiplayer a lot, which was really cool. I think I was basically a little too young to understand the game by myself, so he sort of helped me, played it with me. And those are really fun memories.
That's really interesting. I think for that question, I would have had 2 answers. Like, I remember one of my first ones, because I didn't have a console growing up, like when I was really young. I remember going over to people's houses, friends, family, and playing on like their old Nintendos or whatever, PlayStation 1s and stuff, and all that shit. But like the first 2 for me were World at War Zombies, around the first year that World at War came out, and Fallout 3 really hammered that down. I played Zombies first on World at War, and then I got my own console and I started gaming and playing like on a PS1, PS2, or original Xbox. It was something to pass time. But when Fallout 3 came out and I started playing that really engrossed me. I played it 100 of times. I loved the fact that I could control the story. And that was just my most engrossing moment was Fallout 3, and now that's my favorite game franchise of all time.
Cool.
What's your
What's your favorite Fallout?
Ooh, I would have to say either 3 or 4. I like 4's mechanics, but not its story.
Incorrect. The correct answer is New Vegas.
I knew you were gonna say that because that's kind of the majority vote. And honestly, it's one of my least favorite. Besides the first two, I own them all.
I cannot believe I'm being interviewed by a moron.
I like what.
I thought you were a cool dude, but you clearly have no taste.
I like what New Vegas has to offer. Like, I like the story. Oddly enough, I usually am always a good guy. In New Vegas, Caesar's Legion all the way. Apparently, I feel it's a more interesting story, which is weird because they're slavers and racists and. Yeah, I shouldn't be saying this because now I'm just digging myself a hole. I'm a bad guy because I like the Caesar's Legion story. I mean, NCR is a bunch of assholes too, just not face value.
The thing about New Vegas, though, what makes it really good is that there aren't any good guys or bad guys as such.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Caesar's Legion, you could argue that they are the bad guys, but there are some, like, objective things that they do well, and even, like, the population of the Mojave.
Everybody has one good point. Everybody has one good point.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what really breaks my heart, which is because I have a favorite faction, it's Brotherhood of Steel. What breaks my heart is I one day found out they weren't the good guys because they're a bunch of assholes. And
they're just America.
Yep, they are.
Like, that's how the rest of the world sees America.
And I love them. I love the Brotherhood of Steel. They're all about brotherhood. They're not all about protecting people.
They pretend like they are.
Yeah, they say it is, but the only protection they offer is by taking things away from them and saying you can't use this anymore. You can't play with this toy anymore, so you can't hit Billy with it. But it's like, there was one faction, the Lion's Pride, they prioritized protecting people, and then they got kicked out of the Brotherhood because they let people in from the outside. They let random people from the Wasteland join them, and they got kicked out from the Brotherhood. So they're obviously not about protecting people because they kicked out the one faction that was really about that.
Yeah, for sure. But the hypocrisy of that makes them an interesting faction, though. Like,
yeah,
it's cool
because they have a lot of good ideas.
I like the moral ambiguity of it all. That's why New Vegas is so good, in my opinion. And why Fallout 4 is kind of trash garbage, because the story just sucks.
I will say the story sucks.
Sound interesting and stuff.
The faction's really good.
Gameplay is the best, but it's just boring. Like, I don't like the characters at all.
Yeah, I 100% get what you mean. I mean, Fallout 4 is my favorite in mechanics. It's I like the settlement.
It's slightly
things.
more polished and so forth. Yeah. And the way you can build up stuff, and that's kind of cool. But.
Yeah, I like that way, the way the world works. If there was factions in it, like better factions, like the factions work better, like then it would be a really good game. Instead of just being, okay, here's the endings you can get with these factions. That's how you're gonna beat the game.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I could join them all, make them cross over into each other and destroy each other, and then maybe I'm just the only guy left. Yeah. Like, that'd be cool if, like, you can recruit some together, like in New Vegas, where you do the stuff with the gambling places, like Gomorrah and all them. Like, you can recruit them or destroy them.
Yeah.
If you could do that,
the boomers as well, that can help you in the final fight if you recruit them.
Or like cool. the drug producers, the Great Khans. You could recruit them, I think, on both sides as well. It's just not easy, and but it's a huge payoff, and like, I would love if you could do that. Like, you could convince people to join you, but only select people or a select number of people, so you have to really pick and choose.
Yeah.
So I would have loved that. Like, that would have made Fallout 4 so good, and then Fallout 76 is just trash.
The biggest flaw with Fallout 4 is the conversation system. I don't know why they changed it to that stupid fucking wheel. I hate it.
That's basically Mass Effect right there. Like, that's
but
worse.
It worked in Mass Effect because it was designed ground up for that.
Yeah, it was exactly.
But this is like they just copy pasted this from Mass Effect onto Fallout, which has never worked like that. Like, you can't make conscious choices anymore. It's been taken away from you, and you have to, like, guess what the fuck the options mean.
Yeah, I wish there was more, because I like in Mass Effect there's like wheels where you can go into talking to people more.
Yeah,
I wish there was
yeah,
more of that in Fallout where it's like you can choose to talk to them and it can unlock certain things.
yeah, where there's actually like conversation trees and not just you have one option.
Yeah.
Not a conversation tunnel.
Yeah, fucking that's. But what would you say your favorite game franchise is? Because we've been talking about my favorite.
Monkey Island.
What?
Monkey Island.
Monkey Island.
Yeah, old school adventure games.
I don't think I've heard of that. What's it about?
It's a comedy point and click adventure game, I guess, about a guy who wants to become a pirate.
Oh, is it like a kind of cartoonesque?
The third one was like cartoon, like it had cartoon graphics and everything. The older ones just were, they're old enough that they're sprite-based pixel graphics. I wouldn't say they're cartoony as such, but yeah.
Yeah, like he's like in the third one, he's like a pirate and whatever. Like.
Yeah.
Okay, I do know what you're talking about. I just didn't remember the title. I've never played it. I've seen it so many times everywhere. But
highly recommend the third one, Curse of Monkey Island, if you like adventure games at all.
I do.
It's really good, and the comedy is just spot on.
I love comedy in my video games. I hate it in my movies now.
Okay.
I know that's random, but I don't know. I hate comedy in my movies. I watched too many comedy movies as a kid, but I love them in my games.
Comedy in games is really difficult to do, but
yeah, especially without making the game really bad, like Saints Row. Cough, cough.
Yeah.
I really like the first two.
I'm not even sure that's comedy. It's
not anymore.
The game equivalent of slapstick or something.
Yeah.
Like
it went from two
so
really serious
overblown,
titles to dildo bats.
Yeah. They definitely jumped the shark for sure.
They want to not be seen as GTA, and they really are not anymore.
Yeah.
It was sad though. I really liked the first two, and the third one really let me down.
Yeah. Anyway, dude, I think maybe we should be wrapping this up.
Actually, that's perfect timing, because I actually have only one more question.
All right, shoot.
What are the platforms that people can find you at?
YouTube.com/DopeLives.
Okay.
That's the primary one, I guess. If you wanna suffer, you can follow me on Twitter at Dopefish_lives.
I think I am currently following your Twitter.
Big mistake.
Make sure you send me your website, and so I can link that, because I think I have it, but I just want to double check that I have it.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, also we have the community on Discord. I could throw you a link to that as well.
Oh yes, that'd be perfect actually. I would love to join that and like be observe your community and be a part of it.
Yeah.
But I would like to thank you so much for joining me today. This went actually a lot longer than I expected to.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I expect
but
this to be
it's been good fun, dude. Like
yeah.
we've just been vibing, haven't we?
Yeah, I've been purposely trying not to talk to you too much because I really wanted to not learn anything about you, so I could really get to know you in this conversation. Like, I want this to be as raw as possible for the viewers, where them seeing us interact for the first time, because we've not talked before this besides messaging.
Yeah, and barely that even.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but yeah, it's been really good fun, dude. You let me know when it's done and everything, and I'll do what I can to give you a little shout out.
Okay, I appreciate that. And there's no pressure to shout out. Like I said in your to a message before, I'm not looking for shout outs. I just really wanted to get to know you and get to know you as a person, and hopefully make a new friend that I can hang out with every now and again. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm really actually honored that you took the time out to take this time to talk to me and get to share yourself a little bit.
All right, take care, man.
I will. You as well, good sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.